My name is Natalie, and I'm a program manager on the job posting operations and strategy team. So I have a neurological condition called Friedreich's ataxia, which is basically a neurodegenerative disorder that causes a loss of coordination and balance, a lot of fatigue, and some other complications. FA is a progressive disease, and so over time you start to use other forms of mobility tools, and then generally around 10 years post-diagnosis you use a wheelchair full-time. I was 2 years into my diagnosis when I joined Google, and I remember being really nervous. I didn't really know how people would take to learning about my disability. I didn't really know how to frame it myself. I joined this group called the Brainiacs group, and the Brainiacs group is really just a space for folks with different neurological diseases or who are caregivers of folks of neurological diseases to get together and chat. And so as my disease progressed, I found myself having questions. When I first flew with my walker, I posted it. I was like, what is it like flying with a mobility device? Sure enough, there were 10 answers with folks having tips, tricks, things to avoid. And I ended up actually connecting with someone whose husband has the same rare disease that I do. And I remember being a little floored because FA is rare. The fact that we could connect because of this group was amazing. I'm also part of the Disability Alliance. The Disability Alliance ERG is an employee resource group that is for folks with disabilities. The DA has really connected me to other Googlers, but also just helped me learn a lot about the world of disability, because coming into it later, it was a world that I didn't know a lot about. Google has a lot of accommodations to make kind of your space more manageable. When you deal with chronic fatigue, coming to the office every day can feel kind of exhausting, and so being able to talk through what makes the most sense, or if I need to recalibrate my schedule because of the way I'm feeling that week, that has been such a burden off. There is a really open understanding that we're gonna make this work in the best way. When I moved to DC, I started using my cane at the office, and I was really nervous because didn't really know a lot of people in the office, had no idea how it would be perceived, and it was really a pleasant surprise that people didn't care. And not in a mean way, just in a, they didn't blink about it. And then when I transitioned to a walker a couple of months ago, I was really nervous about how that was gonna go. And same thing, if anything, it just brought this helpfulness out in people. And so people were like, can I get the door for you? These little things that just have made it so easy to operate in this space. I think it's just who Google hires, and the fact that people want to be helpful and they want to be supportive. I'm really thankful to be where I'm at now, where people are just willing to be helpful, and I'm not worried about it. And it's just, I use my walker and no one cares.